And as America discusses the inclusion of India in the NATO Plus, thousands of miles away in Belarus, another deal is in the making. What kind of a deal? A deal proposed by the Belarusian President, Alexander Lukashenko himself. You know what he said? That nations that side with Russia in its war with Ukraine will be given nuclear weapons. I'm not making this up. Have a look at the report on your screen. The man is offering nukes to anyone who supports his friend Vladimir Putin. But will he find any takers is the question. Over the next few minutes, we discuss this and more. Let me start with the statement. During an interview last week, Lukashenko said, and I'm quoting, "No one is against Kazakhstan and other countries having the same close relations that we have with the Russian Federation. If someone is worried, it is very simple. Join in the union state of Belarus and Russia. That's all. There will be nuclear weapons for everyone." Now, what exactly should we make of this? Did Lukashenko say this of his own volition or after consulting his friend Vladimir Putin? Well, his office says that this is just his own view and not the view of Russia. And what's worse, the country he used as an example says it really does not want any nukes. I'm talking about Kazakhstan. The country's president has said, and I'm quoting, "I appreciated his joke. As for nuclear weapons, we do not need them because we have joined the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty and Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. We remain committed to our obligations under those international documents." Not just that, he further said that Kazakhstan was already a member of a broader Russian-led trade bloc along with the Eurasian Economic Union, so no further integration was necessary for the country. Simply put, Kazakhstan has denied the offer. But you see, the timing of Lukashenko's statement is still very interesting. It came just a day after Moscow and Minsk confirmed that they are about to begin transferring some tactical nuclear weapons. On the 26th of May, the two sides signed a deal formalizing the deployment of tactical nukes on Belarusian territories, although control of the weapons remains with the Kremlin. And when will these weapons be deployed? Now, this has not been announced yet. And where will the weapons be deployed? No answers on this one as well. And how many nukes will be kept in Belarus? Again, no answers. All we have really is a statement from the Belarusian defense minister justifying the need for such an agreement. Let me now quote his exact statement. "Deployment of non-strategic nuclear weapons is an effective response to the aggressive policy of countries unfriendly to us in the context of an extremely sharp escalation of threats on the western borders of Russia and Belarus. A decision was made to take countermeasures in the military nuclear sphere." And this deal has drawn the ire of many in the West. The US State Department has called it an example of irresponsible behavior. The EU, for that matter, has called it an extremely dangerous escalation. Ukraine has called it the murder of global nuclear deterrence. The Belarusian president could not care less, though. Not only is he praising the deal, but also offering nukes to anyone who joins them. And this is striking, but hardly surprising. Remember, Russia and Belarus are formally part of a union state, a borderless union and alliance between the two former Soviet republics. In fact, Russia used Belarus as a launchpad, remember, for its invasion of their common neighbor, Ukraine. And since then, their military cooperation has only intensified, with the two conducting joint training exercises on Belarusian soil. That said, despite this recent move into Belarus, experts say that Russia remains unlikely to use its nuclear arsenal. In fact, they say Putin has a habit of making such threats without any intention of following through in order to break the Western resolve. He just loves the idea of the Western leaders believing that he might. He is many things, but he's not suicidal. And as for Lukashenko, he has a reputation of being a loose cannon. Throughout the war, he has said things without really meaning them. So when he offers to provide nukes to countries willing to support Moscow, one cannot help but view that with skepticism. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.